How many of you guys have been in meetings or things where people have talked about a resident who's struggling or a student who's struggling that you really had no business knowing about? I've seen lots of nodding. Has anyone not been in a situation where they're like, didn't really need to know that, right? So this is really deeply unfair to our students. We need to have a formal way, and I know we do it sometimes with and I've been guilty of it, certainly. I've been guilty of it with some of our people in this room. You know, we want to hand off our trainees. We really want to hand off our trainees in an appropriate way. Like, oh, you're going to be working with this student next, you're going to be working with this resident next. Let me tell you, this is what they're struggling with. And we do it in a well-meaning way. We don't necessarily do it in a way to try to spread rumors about somebody, but this can actually be very devastating to our students and our residents. And so we actually have a way in which we want you to give feedback about our students. Number one is involvement of the deans early. So talking with, if you're a faculty in a block, talking with your block leader. If it's a significant issue in using the red phone, or talking with Dr. Dreskowski, talking with Dr. Harrison, involving all of us early when you figure out that a student is struggling, and rather than talking about it, everybody together, really kind of doing a handoff in a more appropriate way. And so, we want to hand off our students like this, kind of in a nice, kind way, even though sometimes it feels like this, right? So it's a heavy lift, it's difficult, it's challenging, and we are like, let me hand, this is difficult, but we have the resources to do that. We have processes and ways in which we want to make sure that you guys hand off and feed students forward to the next person. And it shouldn't be faculty member to faculty member within a block, within a clerkship, etc., if that makes sense. It's not fair to them, right? So we're going to talk a little bit now about our formal processes for assessing our students. Know that other people are looking at that student across. And ideally, and this is where the advising program is going to be very important, rather than us feeding forward the student will feed themselves forward, right? That's how we want to coach our students, so that they can say, hey, I'm struggling with my verbal presentations on my last clerkship. Can you teach me how to do it a little bit better? Can you watch me? To create a culture where that becomes the way that we do things. And the advisors can really help with our students in figuring out what their gaps are and moving them forward. That's why advisors are never in a grading role. All right.